Hello everyone, my Facebook Live. Today we are making a really cute project. It is teeny tiny though. Look how cute this is though. Fits in the palm of my hand, super cute, and there's super cute little treats inside, so I'm going to show you those in just a minute. But this is what we're going to make today. We're going to use that adorable Be My Valentine bundle. Perfect for Valentine's Day. Make sure you order that pretty quickly if you want to get your Valentine project started. Do my light real quick. Turn that up a little bit. Okay. Paper pumpkin, today is the very last day. If you want January's paper pumpkin, today's the last day, January 10th, to sign up for this. So if you want the lovely lavender paper pumpkin, this one coordinates with the perennial lavender sweet in the new mini catalog. Make sure you subscribe today. Tomorrow, the subscription period will open for the February kit, and this is Sweet Springtime. This is going to make 9 cards, 3 each of 3 designs. So if you want February's kit, you can sign up starting tomorrow. But January's kit, today's the absolute last day. Tomorrow, they're going to start billing and shipping paper pumpkin. So paper pumpkin will be coming very soon. So very excited about that. Celebration, we are still at the very beginning of Celebration. We have so many amazing products. If you're new to Stampin' Up, Celebration is our amazing promotion where for every $50 you spend, you can choose a free product. Every product in this catalog is only earnable with a qualifying order. Some of them you need to spend $50, and some of them are free with a $100 purchase. So make sure to check out all the freebies you can get during Celebration. You're really going to get more bang for your buck because you're getting free items with every purchase you make. So make sure to check this out. Now, if you have a really long wish list or you want to get some of the benefits of being a demonstrator, our join special during Celebration is amazing. So the glass mat that I'm using today, you can get for free. And it comes with a silicone mat and a cleaning cloth to keep your glass surface looking great. The silicone mat is great for your ink pads, ink spots. You can mix ink palettes in there. It's such an amazing tool, and I use this for my blending with my blending brushes last week in my Celebration Sunday post, and we're going to use it a ton over Celebration, and so you'll see more of that. But if you want to join, you can get the glass mat free. It's a $60 value. The starter kit is $99. You get to choose $125 in product, plus you get the glass mat free. If you don't want the glass mat, there's also an option to sign up for $99 and you get to choose $155 in product for free. So check that out. If you have questions on joining, make sure to contact me. I'd love to talk to you. All right, the deadline for my class to go this month, this is my Card Crate class to go. I am featuring the Sending Love bundle. This deadline is coming up on Monday, the 15th of January. So if you want this, make sure to contact me right away. There's a link with details to Card Crate in the video description. So Card Crate is a class to go. I am offering an in-person option this month. It's at the end of January. So if you're in the Albuquerque area, you can actually come to the in-person option of this. But I am also offering this as a class to go where you'll get it in the mail. You get $20 in product PDF and video instructions, and it all comes to your door. You can do it on your own time. So if you want that, make sure to check the video description for all the details on that. This is my January host code. If you are shopping either during Celebration or just shopping my online store, please use this host code when you shop. The only exception is if your order is over $150. Don't use the host code because you are going to earn Stampin Rewards with that. All right, so this is what we are making today. And inside this little box, there are 2 little mini, let me see if I can get them out, 2 little mini Tic Tac containers, little treats. Aren't these adorable? Now, these are super tiny on their own. I thought about making the box just for one, but I was like, that is super tiny. That'd be a super tiny box. So I'm making this like a 2-pack. So they're going to fit in here perfectly. And the little box will close up. It's the perfect little treat. So I found all these little Tic Tacs on Amazon, and I linked this in my blog post. So when my blog post goes up in about 45 minutes or so, I link this in my blog post, and these little Tic Tacs, they are so cute. They're tiny, but they're cute. Okay, so you can check out the link to that. It's on Amazon. You get a ton of them in the kit. So let's start with our box. We're going to use some liquid glue adhesive to adhere it, so I want to give that plenty of time to dry. So we're going to start with our box. So bring out your Simply Scored. Now, if you're watching this on Facebook, please share this with your crafty friends. If you're on YouTube, please like and subscribe to my channel. You never miss a video, and it's free for you. Okay, so you're going to need a piece of cardstock that is 5.5 by 3 1/4. On the 5.5 inch side, we're going to score at 1/4 inch, 2 1/4, 2 7/8, and 4 7/8. All of these measurements are in the video descriptions. Don't worry about writing anything down. On the 3 1/4 inch side, we are going to score at 1/2 inch, 1 1/8, and 2 5/8. Okay, so this is our little box. Now, our little glue tab over here is only 1/4 inch long, so it's going to be a very small glue tab. I did that purposefully because I wanted the measurements of this to be 5.5. That way you could get more than a couple per sheet of cardstock. If the 1/4 inch glue tab makes you uncomfortable, then you can extend that that 5.5 inch length to about 5 3/4, and that'll give you a 1/2 inch glue tab. So just keep that in mind. But the 1/4 inch works pretty well. These are not, it's not a heavy little treat that we're putting in here, and I found that the liquid glue holds them really, really well. So make sure that you're just giving it plenty of time to dry, and you're just using a super strong adhesive. Okay, so let's do some trimming. So with it in the long ways here, you have 2 score lines at the top. This is going to be the flap that folds over. So we're actually going to start on the bottom down here. So on the little squares, we're just going to notch in and cut up the little tabs there. So go straight up and then notch in on the little squares and straight up that rectangle. By notching in on the squares, we're going to eliminate a lot of that bulk, and then if our score lines are a little crooked, it's going to help us. It's going to go together seamlessly. Now this little 1/4 inch tab down here, we're going to cut that out. We're just going to cut that at a slight angle. Just cut that out. And up here, we're going to cut this at an angle, and then we're going to cut this whole piece off at that second score line. So that's the first score line. We cut it at the second score line, and then we're just going to cut this off completely. Okay, so that's what we have so far. So I'm going to flip this over so we can cut along the top here. So we're going to go straight on this rectangle piece on either side. Okay. And then I'm going to fold that big piece out of the way, and I'm going to cut off the top score line, and then we're going to notch these in. These are going to be the little tabs that get folded into the box. So you don't have to make them perfect. It's fine. Nobody's going to be measuring them or examining them closely. And this, I want to just trim this just a little more. It's a little crooked. Okay, I think we're good. So this is what, I'm going to move all my trash out of the way. This is what your little tiny box should look like. Okay, let me get all of my trash out of the way. Okay, now I'm going to use liquid glue to assemble my box. Like I said, I think it's super strong once it's dry. If you have another strong adhesive, go ahead and use that. And you're just going to lightly put it on this 1/4 inch tab here. And I'm just going to kind of use the tip and just kind of smear that around, just so we have a nice thin layer of it. And so I'm going to fold this side over, and then I'm just going to fold this side over, and everything should line up. I'm just going to fold it back the other way. Just make sure that everything is nice and squared. Now, I'm actually going to use some clothespins here. And I'm going to hold this down just for a few minutes while we do the rest of our stamping. And this is just going to get that box nice and sealed with that 1/4 inch tab to glue it. So we'll just leave that off to the side. We're going to let that glue set. And let's do our stamping. So I'm going to pull in my silicone mat here. So this holds, I love this because it holds my ink pad nice and steady. It's not going anywhere. So I can hold that on there. And then this whole silicone mat, let's talk about this for a minute. These little squares up here, these are perfect for your ink spots. If you're a Paper Pumpkin subscriber, you may get some of those ink spots. This is perfect for those ink spots. You can also use them as palettes to watercolor with. This one down here is great for that. So it's a great little handy tool. I have a scrap piece of white here, and we are going to start with our little bee. Now I'm going to stamp the the solid part. I'm using Melon Mambo ink. I'm going to stamp the solid part first. I've stamped quite a few of these little bees, and I have found that the easiest way to line this up is to start with the solid section first. I'm going to flip that over. I think I can get a better impression. I think my ink pads all need to be re-inked. I think I need to sit down one day and just do a good re-inking of all of my ink pads. Okay, that's much better impression. Okay, now we're going to take that a solid image, and I think I'm going to try to clean mine a little bit. This cleaning cloth that comes with the glass mat, perfect for cleaning your stamps and your mats, so you can use it for both. And now this one we're going to use that same Melon Mambo ink, but I wanted a lighter shade, so I'm actually going to stamp it off on my glass mat twice. I'm going to go once and twice, and that's going to give us a lighter shade. And hopefully I can line that up with the camera without sticking my hand in the ink. Isn't that fun? Now, before we stick our hand in that ink, I'll just clean that up real quick. Cleans up beautifully. If you don't want to stamp on your glass mat, I totally get it. You can use some grid paper, that's fine too. But the glass mat is made to help handle all of that ink, so it's totally made for it. So don't worry about it. You're not going to ruin it. All right, let's add our little face to our bee. So just going to go straight down on that. It's so cute. And finally, for our greeting, I'm going to stamp the Be Mine. And we're going to trim this out. So I'm just going to try to get this close to the edge. We're going to trim it out so it doesn't matter too much if it's crooked. All right, that's it for our stamping. Let's close this up before we get Melon Mambo ink everywhere. Okay. So the Be My Valentine, I didn't even show this. This is a bundle we're using today. It's a punch bundle, so you're going to love that. Punch bundles are always super popular. There's so many little bee puns in here. Such a good stamp set. So we're going to punch this out. Just going to put our little bee in there and give it a little punch. That's ready to go. Now I have a piece of vellum here, and we're going to punch out 2 wings out of the vellum. 1 and 2. Okay, let's move all that trash out of the way. And we'll trim this out. You can use a paper trimmer for this if you want, but the greeting is pretty small, so I'm just going to use my scissors. I think it's fine. And we're just going to cut right around each of those words, and we're going to cut them apart as well. Okay, all right, so let me get all the trash out of the way. And we're ready to assemble. So let's come back to our box. Hopefully it is completely dry, which I think it is. Looks good. And you know what? It just occurred to me, I shouldn't have put it together just yet because I have this little thumb notch back here that I use this best label punch. I think we can still get it in there. It's gonna be a little bit more tricky. I'm gonna do it this way. You can still get it in there, but do this before you assemble it because it's a lot easier. So I'm just putting it in just a tiny bit. If you have like a 1/2 inch circle punch, that works well. I like the kind of fanciness of this best label punch. So I'm gonna do that. And then for the tabs, these little tabs that are gonna tuck in, I'm gonna use my corner rounder. Again, this is something that is easier to do before you assemble. So do your punching before you assemble. Okay. So now we're ready to assemble the rest of our box. So this is going to be the front of our box. And so I want to fold this tab in last. I'm actually going to fold the bottom in first. And again, I'm going to pull out my liquid adhesive, a little bit of adhesive on each of these little tabs. And we're going to put those on top of the bottom. And then we're going to put glue on the front flap. And we're going to sandwich these little tabs into the box like this so nobody's ever going to see it. And we're going to end up with a nice clean finish on the inside right here. So just grab your bone folder and just give that a really good burnish. Just make sure everything gets nice and adhered. And then we'll stick our 2 little Tic Tacs in there and we'll close up our box. Perfect. Just like that. There we go. Close up our box. Isn't that cute? Such a cute box. Now you can probably fit a bunch of other little treats in here. Probably like those little Handy's mints will fit in here. That'd be a really cute little gift too. I have a piece of DSP. This is from our Most Adored DSP. This is in the Sale-a-Bration brochure, so you can get this one for free. during Sale-a-Bration with your $50 order. This one's great for Valentine's Day. It has lots of fun red and pinks, and I love the gold print. So we're going to use this like floral gold print, and I'm going to start on the back and go about 3/4 of an inch on it. We're not doing any scoring or anything on this DSP. It's pretty small. It's 1x6, and I'm just going to wrap this around, just adhering as I go. Just adhere that to the back. You can just pinch those corners just to give them a nice little pinch, but that's it. You don't have to worry about scoring that DSP. It's thin enough paper, it's going to wrap nicely. All right, let's get our bee put together. So we're going to add our wings. I'm going to grab some dimensionals. I have some mini dimensionals, so I'm just going to use this little edge piece. And let's see, I'm going to make sure that we put the wings on the top of the bee. So you can use a little dot of glue to hold these down if you want. I just usually grab the wings, hold them down, and then just use a dimensional to just sandwich them on there. Okay, and then we're going to stick our little bee onto the front of our box. Oh, wait, don't do that yet. We're going to add our Simply Elegant trim. This is gold and silver trim. This is in our annual catalog. It's so pretty. So we're going to wrap this around. Give this a little tie on the left side of the box. Now this trim, it doesn't hold the knots the best. I don't think this is the best for holding knots, but we're going to add a glue dot under it to hold it nice and secure. So don't worry about that, but it does tie really cute little bows, and it's perfect for little treats like this. I'm going to get that nice and lined up, and then we'll grab our scissors and just trim that away. Trim that little piece. All right. Now I want to just add a little glue dot. Here's my scissors. I'm going to add a glue dot right under the bow, and that's going to just hold everything in place. I found that with this, it tends to want to come unraveled a lot, so with that little glue dot, nobody's going to see it, and it's going to hold that bow nice and secure. All right, now we can add our little bee here, just flying off the side there. And for our greeting, I'm going to grab those mini dimensionals, and I'm just going to put one mini dimensional in the center, or close to the center of each of the greetings. Okay, so we're going to have mine and B just kind of coming up over here. You can put them over that bow too, doesn't matter, but isn't that cute? So that is our cute little treat with the little Tic Tacs inside. I'll pull these out. So you guys will have to let me know what you think. Do you love these little tiny Tic Tacs? Have you seen them before? I've made treats with these before. I've seen them before, but I think they're always fun to pull out. So when I saw them again on Amazon, I was like, yes, I need to pull those out again. So you'll have to let me know. It's a perfect little treat. You can make a ton of these for, you know, coworkers, teacher gifts, whatever. You can just stick a bunch in your bags. You'll have them ready to go and hand them out as you go about your day. So let me know what you think about that. I will be live again on Sunday for Sale-a-Bration Sunday. We're going to be using the, what is this DSP called? It's so good. It's probably my favorite DSP, the Sunny Days DSP from the Sale-a-Bration brochure. So we're going to make a really fun fold card on Sunday for that. So make sure that you join me again on Sunday for Sale-a-Bration Sundays. And if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. And if you are shopping, make sure to head to my online store. Use the January host code. If you have questions about joining, please let me know. And thank you guys so much for joining me, and I'll see you guys on Sunday. Bye.